Okay, I think we are live. We're starting a live video. Now today hasn't turned out exactly how we planned it. So today is the first day of our live art lessons that we're going to do every Friday at 11, and it's going to be super duper fun. Now I'm actually out of town. I'm down here in beautiful Snow Canyon right now, down here in southern Utah. And so I had recorded a 45-minute lesson to share with everybody today. However, we can't get it to load while we're down here. So I scrounged around in the car, and we've got a little activity that we can do that's actually from the 45-minute video, and we'll show you how to do it right here in the canyon. So I've got Grace with me. Everybody else is hiking around. I'm going to give the phone to Zach, and I'm going to let him hold it for us. And I'm going to show you guys how to do this activity. Now, I don't know. It is really hard. Okay, perfect. I was trying to see where I am in the phone. Alright. All of this week's lesson is going to be about lines. And once we get home and I can upload that video, we'll still upload the video. So we still have a 45-minute lesson about lines. And I've got lots of pictures from different artists, and I've got lots of different examples of how lines are used in nature, and 3 different activities. So right now you're going to kind of get a sneak peek at one of those activities right now. And it really is easy. You can do it with anything you've got. And this is good because this is stuff we just pulled out of the truck. And you'll be able to do a really fun art project with. So I'll show you a little sneak peek of what that project is. Okay, so this is what I'm going to be showing you guys how to make an easy line project where you're just going to use lines to manipulate your eye and make it look like you've got a 3-dimensional hand kind of pulling itself out of the lines of the paper. So we're going to show you how to do that really quick, and Grace is going to help me. So Grace, I'm going to hand you just a binder. This one's got a smoother finish, so that'll probably be easier for you to use. And a piece of paper. Alright, I'm going to put this piece of paper on our clipboard. So I'll do a quick reminder of what we're doing. Okay, so we're going to do just an easy line project to make it look like you've got a hand pulling itself out of the lines of our paper. Alright, so the first thing we're going to need to do if we're going to make this project is we're going to need to trace our hand. So Grace, here's some pens and some pencils I pulled out of the truck. What would you like to use? There's a pencil or there's 2 pens?
I will take a pen.
You're going to go take a pen. Okay. The first thing you want to do is you want to trace your hand. So I'm going to pull up my little bracelet, and I'm going to pull off my ring. I'll get a weird bunch. And I'm just going to lay my hand on my paper and trace around it. You can see Grace is already going to town, tracing hers off. Let me trace my hand. I'm just using a pencil. Almost all the way done, tracing around. Now, this one I did with a Sharpie. I just had a marker with me in the truck. So I just did this one with Sharpie. But if it's your first time doing this, I might recommend using a pencil first and then going over the top of it with a Sharpie or a marker. Just in case you mess up. I mess up a lot, so just in case you mess up. So now I've got my hand. Bless you.
Thank you.
I've got my hand traced on my piece of paper. The next thing I need to do is I need to draw all of these lines that go back and forth. Now the trick is you're going to draw the lines that go back and forth, but you don't want to get them in your hand. Now, for a straight edge, if you have a ruler at your house, I would totally use a ruler. That's what I would do. But if you're somewhere where you don't have a ruler and you still want to make it, there's lots of things you can do. You could use the end of a clipboard or a binder or a book. You could use a quilting ruler, which I really did happen to have with us on vacation because I'm weird like that. Or we're in Snow Canyon and they just gave us this handy-dandy pamphlet that's got a nice straight edge. So which one do you want to use, Grace?
I will use the quilter's ruler.
Okay, quilter's ruler it is. So Grace is going to use the quilter's ruler, and I'm going to use the State Park pamphlet, and we are going to draw some lines that are just horizontal across the paper. You can do them really close together, or you can do them far apart. That's going to be up to you. I'm just going to make some lines really quick. Now the trick with these lines is you want to make them nice and straight. If they are not perfectly evenly spaced, doesn't matter. If you have a ruler and you want to make them every half of an inch or every inch or 3/4 of an inch, that's great. You can see I'm just eyeballing it, which I would do anyways, even if I had a ruler at home. I always just eyeball it. This kind of art is called op art. It's a movement that was cool in the United States about 80 years ago, I would guess now. Maybe not that long. 60 years ago. Optical illusion. Now, something to show you really quick. So I've got my lines going across the top. When I get to where my handprint is, I don't want to draw lines inside where my handprint is. So we're going to stop. Every time we get to a line, we go around the outside of our hand. And I will show you what that looks like too in just 1 second. Grace, you're going to town. You're faster than I am.
Faster than the big spider.
You are the best. Alright, almost done. I'm going to do a couple more lines because I want to show you when the cool trick comes in. How to do that. Now this is a really quick lesson on this. When we post the video, it'll show you more in depth, and I'll show you in that video a lot of really cool examples of different op artists. Maybe one of the most famous op artists is named Bridget Riley, and she made some really cool visual effects using just lines that are really amazing to look at. And this activity is kind of a play or inspired by those artists. And it just uses line. Line is one of the most basic fundamental principles of art. Almost done with what I'm going to show you right here. Now I will keep doing these lines all the way down my page. And you can see I've kind of eyeballed them. Some of them are a little bit closer, some of them are a little bit far apart. Just using my Snow Canyon Straight Park Straight Edge. When I got my lines all the way down, then it's time to do the magic. The magic is the part where we're going to just bend these lines to make it look like it's three-dimensional. Like our hand is round and it's coming off the lines out of the paper. So all that you need to do, once you've got these lines drawn all the way down, we're going to do those magic curve lines. So we're going to draw a line to curve from here to here. We're going to do, every time I do it, my crosses make kind of sense. So you go whoop, whoop, whoop. We're going to make curves to connect inside the finger. So I'm going to add some of those right now, and I'll show you what I mean. So on this paper, we're going to put these lines right here. Almost there. You can see all I've done is I've just connected one line to the next, and I've just curved it. And that's going to give you that magic feeling. It's going to give you that optical illusion that these lines running across the paper actually are having to go over something that's three-dimensional instead of two-dimensional, and give you that optical illusion that there's something there. I'll do the last finger so you can see the fingers in crossing. Easy peasy. Now, fun thing to do when you're all done with these is to take and to trace them with a Sharpie, or to trace them with a marker. And when you're done, it's really a lot of fun to color them in, especially if you do more than one color or do rainbows. It looks really, really awesome. Or what you can do is you can vary the color.